Hey Pisces, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot and welcome to your July tarot reading. I am so stoked to do your reading today. I have this feeling like Pisces collective consciousness is like screaming, it's my fucking time. It's my time now. So I'm really interested in seeing what comes out. What we're going to do is we're going to take this by sections. We're going to do the first part of the month, then we're going to move on to the middle, and then we're going to move on to the end. And at the very end of this reading, I'm going to be giving you advice for each one of those from tarot. So make sure you stick around to then. You probably want to check back on this reading throughout the month, as we all do with our monthlies. We're going to get started right away, you guys. I'm going to give this one more shuffle. In the meantime, if you would like for me to pray for you, send you my good wishes, say hi, or leave an emoji in the comment section. That way I have something I can focus it on, you know? And so does everybody else. I encourage everybody to join in. This is a safe place and everybody is welcome. I seal that with my intention and my word. First part of the month, only picking cards that fly out on their own for our Pisces. We have Eight of Cups, leaving something behind, baby. And then Page of Pentacles. This, and now I'm going to, throughout the reading, I'm going to try to interpret the energies towards relationship or career. And the reason for that is you guys are all going through the same thing. And this reading might not even resonate to you. I know that you're Pisces. You'll be very real with yourselves with that. So the Pisces I'm talking to, you've had it. You know, at one point you're throwing a lot of energy and time into something. This could be throwing it into a project, a passion project, or a career choice. This could be a relationship. Either way, it's just like you are actually going to be given the gift in the month of July, a combination feeling. There should be a name for this sensation of being fed up and being inspired at the same time. What is the name for that sensation, you guys? Is there a name for it? Basically, that's what you're feeling. You might feel like you are working to get out of apathy, out of not only dissatisfaction, but it's led you into starting to get lethargic in an area where you're like, I don't like that. I don't want to occupy the energy of lethargy and being uninspired. So quickly on the heels of that, and with a bit of mustering up energy, you are actually pushing through a new energy, which is the Page of Pentacles. This is researching something new. This is learning something new. This is getting over a learning curve. It's a new project, a new skill. But right now, I can feel a lot of you Pisces are starting to project beyond what you've been focusing on for so long. You're starting to, a lot of you haven't stepped away from it yet. Before you do that, it's like you're starting to loosen your grip on your expectations around that. You're starting to ignite your imagination, which is really powerful, and your intuitive abilities to look past that into the greener pastures. Some of you guys will be choosing a completely new career. Some of you guys will be going back to school. Some of you guys will just be spending a lot of time at the library or the coffee shop in front of your laptops, working on building up that inspiration towards this new venture. Really cool way to start the month out. Anything else on this Page of Pentacles? Yep. Comes quickly on the heels of ending something. Some of you guys will be having some real moments of clarity and communication, even if that communication is hard. That's only for some of you. All right. Anything else about this Page of Pentacles? Yeah, we got the Leo energy of strength. You have within you all the tools and resources to move forward. So you can rest assured you need no false implements of strength. Everything you've been through until this point has prepared you for it. Okay, so that's just reiterating that. Let's open a new deck and go into the middle of the month. We'll be getting some more insight on all of this a little bit later. So middle of the month we have for Pisces. Tell us about the energies for Pisces. Middle of the month, July. Energies for Pisces. Make sure they're upright. Yeah. Energy of Pisces, mid-month. Mid-month. For July, energy for Pisces. All right. We have the Page of Pentacles again. So, and we have what? We have this all over again. On top of this, there are 72 cards. I think 72 cards in the tarot deck. There's no one card that repeats, right? So we're getting in the middle of the month. This is carrying through. This is learning something quickly on the heels of this massive ending. Massive ending. There were a lot of expectations, a lot of hopes, fears attached to whatever this is that is ending. And you guys, along with getting inspired for the next move, the next relationship, this doesn't feel so much as like a relationship, you guys. This feels a lot more like what your life goals, passions, and career is focused on. You have to almost be open to recreating part of your identity around this. So it goes beyond just learning a new skill or getting this new job, applying yourself differently. It goes beyond that. It's like you realize that you, along with letting this past thing go, you're opening up an opportunity to develop a new part of yourself, which is massive. Okay, and so you might be in a place of saving your energy, not hanging out with those people who drain it. That'll be really evident who drains your energy, but also even saving your money. So you're in a place of, be aware of the difference between self-preservation and being patient and responsible with your resources and your energy and your money, between that and living in a place of scarcity, right? Because when we live in a place of scarcity thinking and stuff, it's very hard to bring in new abundance, new ideas, new people, right? And you're in a place where you really want that. So remembering each day when you wake up or you look at your bank account, you can connect with your energy, that you're just conserving it out of responsibility, out of maturity, right? For your situation, okay? And then we've got the Four of Wands in reverse. You'll have moments. So this is interesting. I want clarity on this one second. Okay. Regarding moving forward on a choice, mid-month of July, you'll have moments of questioning yourself. You may have even some people close to you that you usually rely on, can count on, say, are you sure about that? No, I don't think that's a viable option. Okay, stuff like that. And in that moment, that's going to be feeding your fear to make a choice. But there is an undeniable energy here, and it is completely the opposite. Regarding what this choice, this decision is about, there is the Knight of Wands energy attached, which is, let's go, we can do this. It's fiery, it's idealistic, it is what creates businesses. It's what creates success. It is a undeniable well of energy that runs very deep. It's a spark. It's motivation, ambition, right? You get the picture. So we've got this, right in the middle of the month, we've got this, like, there are going to be some of you guys struggling with imposter syndrome. Like, can I really do this? Maybe I need to learn more. Maybe I just need to save more. Maybe, but that's okay. That's all natural, right? Consider where you're at in life. Cut yourself a break, man. Like, that's very natural. And it means that you're just being practical about it. So anything else about this, I want to make sure that these are pink. Perfect. This Knight of Wands. Anything about this Knight of Wands? Yeah, something needs to end. I feel very strongly that there's still a part of you that is afraid to let go, because you know you're going to have to usher in so much new stuff, you know, and it's attached to your identity. It's attached to your sense of stability. And there is a big sense of the unknown. And yes, while it's exciting, it's unstable feeling, right? So making this decision in the middle of the month is truly going to shut off the old part of your life and you're going to have all this space for new people and new possibilities and new opportunities to come in. And that's scary. You don't want to do it willy-nilly, basically. You're just trying to be responsible about it. You're trying to look at all, you're strategizing. Yeah, that's the place you're occupying in your brain. Let's go on to the end of the month for our Pisces in July. Let's do that again. Pisces in July. Okay. All right. Pisces in July. Let's just see. I watch how the deck is shuffled. I watch how the cards react. Maybe that's a reaction. Time is man-made. Maybe that's a reaction to your, to how you feel right now. Watching this reading, thinking, I don't know if I want to hear about the end of the month. Where's it going? Where's it leading up to? Cards are like withholding. One more. Now it's easing up, right? End of July for our dear Pisces. End of July. Whoa. Okay, I told you the cards are acting funny. Realization, clarity, coming out of anything that was difficult, coming out of anything that felt. If there was an individual, you guys, who was a fucking monster, excuse my language. I know you're Pisces, you can handle it. You'll go with the flow. I'm a Pisces, I know. Okay, so if there was somebody who was demonstrative, or even, that's so extreme, but they were really imbalanced with their authority, and that's kind of what you're leaving behind. They could let their authority go to their head, and sometimes they could be just a jerk. And for some of you guys, this was an entity, but this is like, looks like almost like bad boss energy. You're getting this, you're getting released from it. You are making a choice at the end of the month. And it's tied directly to a message with the Ace of Swords. You're getting an epiphany. This is major clarity on somebody who was demonstrative with their power. There's a pattern attached to this. I think in some of your cases, you're realizing there is an addiction attached to this, and possibly an explanation as to why it was such a pain in the ass to be around. Regardless, you're getting out, you're getting free of this heartbreak, this disappointment. For the few of you guys that this actually is resonating with in not career and in relationship, there's no romance in any of this. So there's more like that very practical place in our minds of like, I need to get out of this. I need to move forward. So that's just a side note if this is resonating in a relationship. We have the Lovers card. This is also the Choice card. It's ruled by Gemini energy. It was originally in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck called the Choice, not the Lovers. You're going to be making a choice because of this message. You're going to be getting major insight on maybe the backstory here of why this person, this entity was hell. And I do feel really strongly that there's actually addiction attached, or when you have, you know, the devil is this false, it's a false trapping. It's a behavioral pattern that does not serve anyone very well. And you can release yourself from it at any time, but it was causing a lot of anxiety with the Nine of Swords. I mean, I feel for some of you guys, yeah, there is now messages, good news coming in at the end of the month. Really good news. It wasn't all in your head. It wasn't all you. You've got to do what you got to do. This Lovers card, and this choice makes you so happy. You guys, you're back. You're back. Pisces will get theirs. But I'm really proud of you through this whole month because your strategy around this, because even though it made, even in the middle of the month, you're kind of like in this place of withholding energy, conserving energy, and recognizing that you do have fears to move forward and what that entails, and not being in the dark or being naive about any part of it. It's facing those demons straight on, which is something Pisces don't get enough credit for. They're massively courageous, you know, when they want to be. And shoot, I think all the time, because they can look through the emotion. They don't have to sidestep it. They don't have to beat around the bush when something emotional or scary is involved. They can go right through it. Let's get advice, you guys. So we're going to travel back to the beginning of the month, what you're entering right now, which is the sense of leaving something and learning something new, leaving something behind, a big ending, and having all the tools within you to face that with confidence, even if it's scary, and being willing to invite the new in, learning a new skill, what have you. What's the advice that Tarot has for my Pisces at the beginning of July? We have 3 cards out. Justice will prevail. When you get the Justice card, which is Libra energy, it's very balancing, and it means that things are going to work out in your favor. We've got the 10 of Cups. So you are on the right path. Just know that by leaving this, and the Hierophant, so we've got 2 major arcana, big messages in the 10 of Cups. You are now back in alignment with your belief systems, with your ideals. You are now back in alignment at the beginning of July by leaving something, even though you don't know what's waiting for you. You've done the right thing. You've made the right move. When you have doubts that arise in the middle of the month, and we'll move on to that now, remember that at the very end, at the very back of the deck, the last card is 10 of Pentacles. You have now put yourself in alignment with a different future. Now, what does advice from Tarot say about the middle part of our month, which is struggling with some self-doubt, making a choice, maybe some fears attached? What advice do we have from Tarot for our Pisces? Strength card comes again. 2 of Swords on top of 2 of Swords. So, that's Tarot saying, regarding this tough decision, know that something is going to make it easier. There's this transformative good news coming that is going to strengthen you, that is going to feed your confidence, that is going to reiterate that you are on the right path, okay? Now remember, we saw this 8 of Wands in the last part of your month. So this is basically saying, Tarot is saying, when you get to the middle of July, Pisces, it's okay. Stick with it. Stick by your guns. Remember that you are in alignment from the beginning just by making this choice in the first place. You decided to take on the journey of transformation, but balance is key to this. So that means even physical balance, not drinking too much, not overdoing it with the video games, or not slipping into the little side activities that distract us and distract our energies for too long, getting enough rest, okay? So it does touch on the necessary benefits of balance in life, but you're getting these messages, you're getting news or travel. For some of you guys, you're gonna be jumping on a plane, but you're getting news that is going to make this decision much easier. So stick with it, you guys. For the end of the month, I know you're feeling a little more relief, right? Okay. Okay, and what is this? Again, I say, when we stand back from all of this, this looks like starting something new. That's all this is. At the very end of the month, regarding this interesting demonstrative energy and this very new clarity around it, we're getting some messages that are going to clarify the whole thing. We have Page of Pentacles again, the Queen of Swords, the 9 of Rods, the 9 of Wands, and the Devil upside down. You are breaking a cycle with your words. You're going to be, Tarot is saying, be willing to communicate about this. Be willing to draw your boundaries with the Queen of Swords. Now, this could be, for some of you guys, an air sign. This could be somebody else. But either way, you're breaking through. We've got the Devil again, but upside down. That means you're breaking through this guy, this pattern, whatever this addiction or pattern is. And it's simply taking tenacity. So Tarot is saying as advice, being willing to communicate, being willing to learn diplomatically what you need to say, taking your time to communicate to this individual. This, for some of you guys, is a, what is it called when everybody gets a person together in a circle and they have to break the news, like they're like all saying, hey, you need to go to drug and alcohol counseling or something. What is that called? I keep on wanting to say seance. It's absolutely not what it is, but you have my blessing. Go ahead, do some seances. This is definitely like a big come to Jesus conversation. And consider that, yes, there's some tenacity, some sticking with itness that you are experiencing. But being willing to learn a little bit more about this individual out of sorts, this individual, at the very end of the month, you're getting so much insight and it's leading you on a very happy path again. It's a fascinating reading, you guys. So I hope that was helpful. If it was, you found value in it, please hit the like button, share with your friends, your fellow Pisceans, and help them out. And consider subscribing. I love you all, and I'll have your next messages out soon. Hit the notifications bell if you'd like to know when that is. Take good care.